We are back. That's right. We are back. That's right. This is Football 101, and I am the Beetle. We are back, and this is the breakdown of the best NFL game of the year thus far. It was the Ravens versus the Cleveland Browns. The Baltimore Ravens versus the Cleveland Browns, the best Monday Night Football game of the year, and of course, the best game of the year. Excitement in which the Ravens won 47-42. Kid you not. 47-42, and I saw the game live, and I had to wait. I was just too hyped up. I'm a Buckeye fan. I'm from Ohio, but I had to give it up to the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson for coming out and becoming the Superman, and winning this game. Yes, I am going to get. It was really a good game for both teams. If there was any type of game to lose from the Cleveland Browns perspective, it was this game. So I'm going to break down a few of the issues because everyone is still so hyped about this game. And as a person who has grown up in Ohio and always rooted for the Cleveland Browns from day one, back in the 50s, 60s, 70s. And now I do see a change with the Cleveland Browns and their new coach and their new coaches and the new the way what they're trying to do there in Cleveland, and again, as well as what the Baltimore Ravens accomplished in last night's game. Thriller, by far the best Monday night game ever this year, and I think this will be the best game, bar none, before we get to the playoffs. And it seemed that was really an exciting type of pre-playoff game. The excitement was over the top. So again, I'm going to give you a quick review, and it's not going to be a long review, but a quick review of the game. So at the final game, I'm not going to go through all the game because I usually do that during the post-game live stream show. But let me just break down the way it started with the Cleveland Browns. Started very fluid. Baker Mayfield looked very calm. He looked. I love the way they started the game, where the offense rolled Baker Mayfield right, left, right and left. Rolled him out of the pocket, hitting the wide receivers and the tight ends consecutively. And matter of fact, they started off and scored a touchdown, and yet their field goal kicker missed the first. He missed. Didn't he miss the first extra point? What a knucklehead. But anyway, but the Cleveland Browns offense was very impressive throughout the game. Baker Mayfield took charge, and let me just say that the running attack for the Cleveland Browns with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, fantastic. And give props to Kevin Stefanski, the head coach, for really drilling down and committing to the run. And with their offensive line coach Bill Callahan, you can see they are perfecting the run attack in between tackles. So let me just give props right up front to the Cleveland Browns offensive philosophy. And then again, I think we just get amazed by the offense and the persistence of Lamar Jackson. And when teams try to scheme against him, that's what the Browns didn't do well in the first half. They attempted to run a lot of man coverage and get him to throw the ball. But guess what? If he didn't throw the ball, he ran the ball. And Lamar ran the ball very effectively, scored touchdowns with his legs in the first half. He was a running threat. He was over 100 yards in the game. Lamar, when he is healthy, and of course he was off a couple of weeks due to COVID, But Lamar Jackson in the first half showed why he was Mr. MVP last year. Mr. MVP last year. And again, yet it was his legs that were really keeping the Baltimore Ravens in this game. Their running attack was not that effective. Dobbins did well, but not over the top well. So they were kind of crunching down on the running attack a little bit, at least during the first half. But it was really Lamar Jackson opening up the lanes, and they were stopped. Wanted Lamar to throw the ball, but he said he realized he couldn't hit a lot of those passes, and the throws that he did hit were he was missing those throws in the first half. And so again, the Browns had a good strategy, yet the unpredictability of Lamar Jackson breaking out of containment and making things happen. Once you saw him get in the flow, once you saw his emotion, he just elevated himself and the team, kept Baltimore in this game. The Browns tried to keep it as a controlled offense, controlled running attack, did an effective job, but they just could not control Lamar Jackson because again they were right there, and the Browns fans were happy. But when Lamar got the ball and they just made things happen and really took it to the Browns and surprised the Browns. As a matter of fact, it was getting kind of ugly for a while when the Ravens were moving the ball at pretty much at ease, and it was getting kind of nervous because the Ravens actually scored right before halftime, and then they get the ball back. They scored right before halftime. It was sad. And then when they get the ball right after halftime, they scored again, so they were up by 2 touchdowns. Oh, man, it didn't look good for the Browns real fast. And then guess what happened? Eventually, Lamar pulled himself, got pulled out because of cramps by the end of the game. Towards the end of the third quarter and fourth quarter, guess what? Lamar was out of the game, and that's when the Browns made an effective return. And Baker threw some great passes. Give Baker again. The question is still out on Baker. Baker did throw a bonehead interception at his own 15-yard line. A bonehead interception. And again, he has to control what he knows he truly cannot do, but his bravado makes him throw the ball in situations in which he should not. And he got picked off by the linebacker for a pick 6. And again, that's when the Browns were creating momentum, coming back. The crowd was into it, and I really love the crowd coming into this game. They had enough of the crowd to really make it an impact. And man, it was so exciting. And then once the Browns even came back after the pick 6 from Baker Mayfield, and then they again, Jarvis Landry stepped up, Mr. Clutch, going on 4th down many times. Jarvis Landry making the clutch catches and moving the ball, and then the Browns scored, and even Baker Mayfield making some great throws by the end, and actually took the lead, then took the lead with 2 minutes left, took the lead, and unfortunately the backup for Lamar Jackson had to go out of the game with cramps. McSorley came in, the backup. He injured himself. It was sad to see. And then all of a sudden, yes, you saw the tape. Lamar Jackson, Mr. Superman, comes out after getting hydrated again and again and again. He comes out of the locker room. He's looking for his helmet. Give me my helmet. He comes out of the locker room. It was crazy. It was all crazy. The fans thought this was the end, but here comes Lamar Jackson running on the field. And yes, even Lamar Jackson, during the most crucial time when they were down 7-0, he gets the ball, and the Browns had a great defensive call against Lamar Jackson. They had a 6-man blitz. They were coming up the middle, but they lost containment. Lamar moves over to the right, runs out to the right, and sees Hollywood. Throws the ball to the wide receiver, Hollywood, and he takes it to the house, and the Ravens take the lead. Oh, it was demoralizing. Lead or tied it up, whatever. And then the Browns get the ball back. The Browns, it was exhausting. The Browns get the ball back, and they run the table with the minutes of some seconds left. Yes, the Browns run the table. Baker Mayfield throws a big time throw to his wide receiver. They move the ball very fast, get down there, and even Baker Mayfield made the play and ran the ball in. The Browns fans are going crazy. They're going crazy. We're going crazy. Oh, can it be possible? Could it be possible? The Brownies finally picked. But no. Lamar Jackson, the Ravens, and Jim Harbaugh still had a minute left. And guess what? Lamar Jackson could not run because he was still feeling the cramps. He threw the ball effectively. And guess what? By the end, it wasn't Lamar Jackson's running. It was his passing. His passing to the tight end. Again and again and again. And move the Ravens down into field goal. And guess field goal situation. And it was a long field goal. But guess what? They have the best kicker in the NFL. Justin Tucker. Mr. Make It. And by the way, he sings opera too. Justin Tucker, most reliable kicker in the NFL. And yes, when I saw they were getting in the field goal range, I said, yes, it's over. And then Justin Tucker came in and nailed what was it, the 48-yarder, 49-yarder, or 52-yarder, or something like that, field goal. He nailed it. And the Ravens really win it at that point in time. The Browns get the ball back in this Hail Mary type of situation, which ended with a safety, which caused it to the final score 47-42. It was exhausting. But you have to it was one of the most exciting games. It was the most exciting games on Monday Night Football. So here's the lesson. What did we learn? Yeah, here we go. What did we learn? From this game? What did we learn from this game? Let's break it down. Everyone's talking about Lamar. What did we really learn from this game? One, what did we learn? The Browns are making a change, a positive change, finally. The Brownies, yes, I'm from Ohio. The Brownies finally made a positive change. You can see the attitude. They came together in this game. So the Brownies are making a positive change for the good. Two, the Brownies are a balanced team. Great running attack and solid defense. They gave up 47 points, but the defense really was scrapping for the most part. So I give props to their defense was scrappy. Ravens, physical. Ravens, what did we learn? The Ravens are still physical. The Ravens are still physical. They bring the pain. Lamar Jackson is still Mr. Magic. It's still Mr. Magic. Yes, you can contain him only for so long, but Lamar Jackson is Mr. Magic. And yes, and number 5, yes, there is a real Superman. kid you not, there is a real Superman, and he's Lamar Jackson. I give me props. That night, Monday night, we witnessed a real Superman, and it was Lamar Jackson coming out of from the locker room, cramping up, and wins the game for the Ravens at the very final end with not running but throwing. So number 5, yes, there is a real Superman, and they call him Lamar Jackson. There you go. That's the takeaway from this game. The Baltimore Ravens win 47-42. They are actually still on the outside of making the playoffs. After all of that, the Browns are still situated solidly at number 5, I believe. Number 5 in the playoffs with their record. And Baltimore is still on the outside looking in. So, again, it was an exciting game. Fantastic, entertaining game. 47-42. The Browns fans, I know, I feel the pain. I feel the agony. Being from Ohio, you want to see your teams finally elevate. I feel that the culture there. I feel that the head coach Kevin Stefanski is really changing things up, and they are moving in a very positive direction. I still a little bit of a question with Baker Mayfield, but he proved a lot. And as well as for the Baltimore Ravens with Jim Harbaugh and what the Ravens have gone through with COVID and all the players being affected, they still came out. The energy level is still there with Lamar Jackson. And yes, there is a Superman. That's the Beetle. That's the Football 101's take on the Ravens versus Browns, best NFL game of the year. What do you think? What was your takeaway? What did you learn from this game? If you like this broadcast, please like and subscribe. That's right. Please like and subscribe. This evaluation, this breakdown of the best NFL game of the year 2020 thus far, the Ravens versus the Browns. This is the Beetle. This is Football 101. See you, everybody. Let's keep it moving forward. We're just getting started. See ya.